Welcome back, everyone, to The Shattered Reign, Recap and Rewind, where we break down the legends, the losses, and the lightning bolts that really shook the realm. This is it, the final part of Chapter 2, and our mission is to unpack all those epic cinematic details.
That's right. We're looking at that tense moment right after the trials finish, when peace just shattered, and then guiding you through a battle that was just full of surprising twists and some really profound sacrifices too. You'll get the shocking revelations that set up a whole new adventure.
Okay, let's walk through this incredible high-stakes final battle, round by round. Round 1 kicks off. Acacia, ever the bard, starts with a brilliant and honestly pretty funny magical insult, a vicious mockery aimed at Mirror Alley.
Your mama is so old, her birth certificate is expired.
Your mama's so old. Just peak Acacia, even now.
Never change, Acacia. Never change.
She then uses her bardic inspiration to bolster Tyrant, give him an edge. Allie, trying a risky move, throws a dagger at Eris, but Eris, knowing all of Allie's moves, dodges it easily. However, Allie's spiritual weapon, this magical dagger, conjured from pure energy she controls, attacks both. That lands a slice on Eris, which then causes a similar, smaller, but still painful slice on the real Allie. First confirmation of the link.
There it is, the horrifying truth.
Tyrant misses his attack. The lid uses an unarmed strike, hitting Eris, but also damaging Ellie in the process. Eris retaliates hard. Crackling chain lightning hits both Allie and the lid, then she slashes the lid again for good measure. And the corrupted Velzari goons engage the heroes, swarming them.
It's after this first round, after seeing Allie physically react to the damage dealt to Eris, that the party has their critical, horrifying realization. The direct, painful link between Allie and Eris's health is confirmed.
Okay, moving into round 2. Acacia uses a powerful burst of sound and force, a thunder wave on 2 of the goons near her. Knocks one back, injures both. Crowd control.
Smart move. Thin the herd.
Allie, in a truly heroic effort, seeing Nalid getting hammered by Eris, uses her Storm Piercer bow not on Eris, but on the goon attacking Nalid. She nearly kills him, and her spiritual weapon dagger finishes him off with a precise strike, saving Nalid but avoiding direct damage to Eris herself.
Protecting her friends, even at risk.
Tyrant, meanwhile, pulls off a cunning tactical move. He has Nibby throw Tyrant's cloak over a corrupted Velzari's head to blind him.
Ha! Brilliant. Resourceful.
Then Tyrant stabs the blinded goon with his javelin. He then turns swiftly, almost impossibly fast, and sticks Astral, his newly reforged sword, right into another goon's neck. Brutal efficiency. Nalid uses a health potion, trying desperately to recover from Eris's assault. Eris then casts a spell called Dirge of the Faithless, designed to drain Nalid's spiritual resolve, weaken his spirit, and slashes him again. She's focusing him down. The other goons attack, some missing Acacia due to her nimble movements and armor, though Tyrant takes a gash to the shoulder from the blinded one who's flailing wildly. Then, round 3. It gets intense. Acacia uses her rapier to slice and spill the guts of the goon she had pushed back, removing another threat from the field. Allie, though, she's seeing the battle looking more and more hopeless. Everyone but Acacia is heavily damaged, and she's facing the terrible dilemma of hurting herself to hurt Eris. She realizes with dawning despair what might have to be done.
The weight of that choice must be immense.
Acacia, sensing her friend's inner turmoil, gives bardic inspiration to Allie. Allie then casts a powerful charged bolt of energy, a guiding bolt, aiming it carefully. She's attempting to bring both herself and Eris down simultaneously, a desperate gamble. But it misses. However, her spiritual weapon dagger does attack, and it finally deals a crucial slice of damage to both Allie and Eris. This pivotal hit brings Eris below 50% health, triggering phase 2 of the fight, and it has a devastating effect. Allie is suddenly frozen in place, paralyzed, unable to move, a completely vulnerable target. And this also brings the Prince, the leader of the corrupted Velzari, into the battle personally. He steps forward, a formidable mini-boss, escalating the stage. Then, the truly epic, heartbreaking moment of the entire chapter. Still in round 3, seeing Allie frozen, seeing Eris still standing, seeing the Prince advance, he makes a choice, using the rest of his spiritual energy, his ki, with fierce determination burning in his eyes. And remarkably, the text says, with Allie's tearful understanding approval from her frozen state, she knows, she accepts.
Oh my god.
He uses his fist of unbroken air and hits Allie with a devastating tornadic fist. This incredible focus blow simultaneously kills Allie, but also obliterates Eris, the dark reflection, instantly.
Wow. Wow. The sheer guts of that decision.
This is a moment of profound selflessness, where a hero makes the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good, fully understanding the terrible cost.
This is the critical moment, the profound depth of Allie's character development and the incredible strength of their bond. It's not just a death, it's a chosen act of defiance, a strategic sacrifice that transcends the immediate battlefield. It symbolizes her willingness to face death to save her friends. It's a truly powerful moment of narrative choice and consequence.
Okay, moving into round 4. Eris is gone. Allie has fallen. The remaining heroes focus on the enraged prince and the last few goons. Acacia uses her crossbow from a distance to hit the prince, creating space. Then she closes in on the other goon and succeeds in stabbing him to death, like 10 times with her dagger in a furious flurry, just pure rage and desperation.
Letting it all out.
Then she jogs over the prince and gently nudges Allie's still body out of the line of fire, protecting her even in death. Tyron, meanwhile, takes Ashwell and performs this brutal upper slice from hip to shoulder, cutting the blinded goon clean into 2 pieces diagonally. A messy, decisive end. Then he stabs the second goon straight through the heart with his javelin, blood bursting everywhere. Just ruthless finishing moves.
Clearing the board, making sure the threats are down.
Both goons fall, leaving only the prince standing against Tyron, Alid, and Acacia. Tyron then rejoins the fight against the prince. The prince, despite being battered, attempts to slash Acacia in his fury but misses, his rage making him sloppy against her agility. And then the final, decisive round 5. It ends here. Acacia moves away from the prince. Taking an opportunity attack as she creates distance, he gets a glancing blow on her. But she hits him back with her crossbow, and then her dagger again, leaving him limping, clearly exhausted, near his end. And in a moment of almost poignant humor amidst the chaos and tragedy, the narrative gives us a glimpse of Allie. She's spiritually sitting somewhere safe in the woods with Nibby, shielding his little eyes from the gruesome sights unfolding before him. Ah, Nibby.
Hey, even in the darkest moments, a little touch of light relief. And a sign Allie isn't truly gone.
And then Tyron makes the decisive final move. No messing around. With Ashwell, his reforged blade of conviction, he sweeps both legs of the prince clean off the knees. Just takes him out.
Oof.
The prince collapses in a heap. Tyron then stakes the blade of Ashwell firmly into his dead chest, standing over him in a stance of victory. A powerful symbolic end to the immediate threat. The battle is won.
The silence that falls over the battlefield after this final blow must be incredibly heavy. The storm has passed, the dark reflection vanquished, the corrupted Velzari defeated. But so too has Allie. She lies still. The heroes gather around her still form, the cost of victory etched into their faces. A mixture of exhaustion, grief, maybe grim satisfaction, but mostly grief, I imagine. And yet, amidst this profound moment of loss, there's an immediate unifying understanding of what must be done. The storm-forged ritual.
So with purpose, they carefully carry Allie's body with reverence back to the ancient ritual site where the trials began, back to the totems. The air there hums with power, the sky pulses with a charged anticipation as the final chant is spoken, completing the ritual. A bolt of lightning splits the heavens. It strikes Allie's chest with blinding force, a divine intervention that mirrors her original storm forging, but maybe different this time.
A second baptism by storm.
Her body arches off the ground. Light pours from her skin. She breathes, a gasp. Allie is reborn, touched once more by stormlight, but the text says, changed forever. Her powers now deeply interwoven with radiant energy and stormlight, a dual nature born of death, sacrifice, and maybe something divine from the ritual itself. The storm clears completely. The path forward, previously blocked, now opens. The party is finally allowed entry into the long-sealed tomb beneath the shattered shrine they were originally seeking. The atmosphere changes immediately and dramatically upon entering, like stepping into another world. Gone is the oppressive jungle heat and damp. Here the world is still in almost reverent silence, and time itself seems to pause, creating this ethereal sense of profound age and sanctity. You feel like you should whisper.
A pocket outside of normal time and space.
Silver light glows softly from carvings in the walls. Celestial constellations unknown to any modern map, etched in stone that hums faintly with ancient memory. And at the center, on a dais of polished white stone, the figure. The narrative describes as not asleep, not dead, waiting, just waiting.
And then the ultimate truth of their quest is revealed. Finally, Kalen Veer appears not physically, but as a spectral projection, speaking in a gentle, almost mournful voice, an echo from the past. He acknowledges their harrowing journey.
You came through the mirror, not broken, but changed. That is good. You have passed the first trial of reflection, of sacrifice. The artifact you seek is not what the world believes. It is called the Astrium Crucible, and it is not a weapon, it is a prison.
The Astrium Crucible, okay.
And it's not a weapon.
Not a weapon, but
Okay.
everyone thought it was.
Exactly, it's a prison.
A prison. Whoa, that changes everything. So Kaylin then grows solemn, explaining the incredible foresight and sacrifice behind its creation.
A prison she built for herself, to keep her power from him, from Cithrall. She saw what was coming. She saw that no barrier would hold, except one sealed by love and by choice.
Now, Kaylin reveals the terrible urgency of their true mission.
But the crucible weakens, its walls bleed, and he is drawing near.
A soft pulse of light emanates from the altar near the figure, and the eternal tear emerges, a luminous, tear-shaped and glowing crystal.
Only one path remains. Release her, before he does. 3 relics forged from her soul scattered across the world. One lies here within this tomb. The eternal tear, her sorrow, her love, her sacrifice, yours now to carry.
The eternal tear itself is then given directly to Allie, passed from the altar to her hand. A profound connection is made. Kaylin then turns to Acacia with specific, poignant words.
She never wanted this burden for you, but she trusted that her blood would remember.
Implying Acacia's mother is the one in the crucible. He then instructs them, clearly setting their next steps.
Go to the Ashen Maw, seek the desert ruin of Zephyr Kar. The other relics wait. And remember this. The crucible does not open to strength, only by the right of unification.
New destinations, new dangers.
This is truly the moment their personal journeys transition into a grander divine purpose. They are now active, indispensable participants in a celestial conflict that will shape the very fate of the realm.
What an incredible transformative journey it's been in Chapter 2. Wow. Our heroes have been fundamentally transformed, their bonds deepened, their individual strengths sharpened.
Their path has only just begun, really. It feels like the real story starts now.
Like and subscribe for more chapter retelling.
They followed whispers, chased the map torn from the fallen's final dream. The forest watched with breathless hush, vines curled where none should grow, and lightning split the silent dusk to a place they used to know. Strike us down, break us open, let the storm decide who we are. In the trial, hearts are spoken, every wound becomes a scar. Through the thorns we walk as one, in the echo of the sun, until the thunder finds us worthy, let the trial be done.